स्तोत्र सत्य श्रीमद् भक्तिवेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परिव्राज कचेरे स्तोत्र सत्य श्रीमद् भक्तिवेदांत मधुसूदन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। रूपनुग गौड़ीय गुरुवर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भक्त रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भक्त दास रघुनाथ श्री गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। स्वरूप दामोदर राय रमानंद दी श्री गुरु परिषद वृंद की जय। नमाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवश्री श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। नवद्वीप मंदो की जय। व्रजमंदो की जय। क्षेत्र मंदो की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे हरे ओम। Okay, give the book to our guest. Oh, you have page 1. After the illustration, after the portraits of gurus, you can see page 1. Start together. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Tam Sajivam Sahadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayani Tinamini Devam Narayanam Vande Vrindavana Nivasinam Anantaguna Bhushita Kotivatsalirupinam Gaura Kripa Vigrahaya Gaurangasya Priyatmane Tamrupam Satatam Vande Madjivanasya Jivanam Virahena Sadache Tava Pada Padmeshu Me Ashraye Chirane Dihi Gurudevi Kripame. Sound of Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta. Somebody came. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Arya Simharupine Shishimad Bhakti Pragyana Keshavai Namine Atimartya Charitraya Swashritanancha Paline Jivaduke Sadartaya Srinama Premadaine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Tinamine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripabdaya Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhurya Chola Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namastute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddhapa Siddhanta Dvantahare Namo Gaura Kisharaya Sakshadvairagya Murtaye Vipralamba Rasambudhi Padambujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumestvam Nirdeshta Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannatayate Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Jayatam Surato Pango Ramamamanda Matergati Matsarvasa Padambojo Radha Madana Mohana Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrumado Shrimat Ratnagara Simhasanasto Shishi Radha Shila Govinda Devo Preshtalibi Sevyamana Smarami Shriman Rasa Rasarambe Vamshivata Tatastita Karshan Venur Swaner Gopir Pinata Shriyastunam Vrindaye Tulasdevyay Priyaye Keshavasya Krishna Bhakti Pradidevi Satyavatyay Namo Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Attention now, together we will sing Hare Krishna Mahamantra several times. If you've heard it before, you're lucky. If not, this is your lucky day. If this is the first time, 3, 4 you can read and chant together 3 times. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody hands up. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're very happy to welcome everyone. My name is Bhakti-yoga Sadhu Maharaj, otherwise Sadhu Maharaj, otherwise Maharaj, no problem. And Helen will already know. And your names are? Janina. Tate. Ellie. Very nice to see you. So we have come all the way from Vrindavan, India. This time where we reside almost all the time. But since I'm a sannyasi, I have to travel and give seminars on Bhakti-yoga. So today's subject is Introduction to Bhakti-yoga. And first we will sing one song. You can sing something else than yesterday. This is a bit later. Comes when I say.
Which one?
Yeah, Gurudev Kripa Kurake. Can you? Not so much.
Has to be Guru.
Yeah. First Guru, then okay, Shri Guru Charana Padma give. So 20 what? 28?
28.
Page 28 in your books. Please give books to our guests. You can surrender your book. Someone. For the boys, it's high time to know the words by heart. Yes. No need to read translation, just sing. Oh, please take this mic.
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma.
Together.
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sabha Shri Guru Charana Kevala Bhakti Sabha Vandu Mui Savadana Madhe Vandu Mui Savadana Jahara Prasade Bhai He Bhavatori Ojai Jahara Prasade Bhai He Bhavatori Krishna Prapti Hoy Jai Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chite Te Kori Aikya Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chite Te Kori Aikya Arana Kori Homani Asha Arana Kori Shri Guru Charane Roti Ese Uttama Gati Shri Guru Charane Rati Ese Uttama Gati Je Prasade Purusha Vasha Purusha Je Prasade Purusha Vasha Akshadana dila jai janme janme Prabhu se Akshadana dila jai janme janme Prabhu se Divya Gyani Di Prakoshito Divya Gyani Di Prakoshito Prema Bhakti Jahaite Avidya Vinasa Jate Prema Bhakti Jahoite Avidya Vinasa Jate Vede Gai Jahara Charita Vede Gai Jahara Charita Vede Gai Jahara Charita Vede Gai Jahara Charita Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu Lokena Lokera Jivana Lokera Jivana Lokena Lokera Jivana Lokena Lokera Jivana Mahaprabhu Gora Goya Deho More Pada Choya Mahaprabhu Gora Goya More pada aha Prabhu kora doya deho more pada doya Prabhu kora doya deho more pada tue padilo inu sarana tue padila inu sarana tue padila inu sarana tue padila inu sarana ebeja tu sutri bhuvana ebeja tu sutri bhuvana ebeja tu sutri bhuvana ebeja Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Nitai Gaur Hari 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 Nitai Gaur Hari Nitai Gaur Hari Nitai Gaur Hari Pura Premanande Hari
Gurudeva ki
Raju, can you sing the song from your Guru?
Brajajana Manasukakari. Okay, so a special order today. Probably, I don't know, request on a Sunday, on a sunny day, the request to sing a very special song, which was written by my Gurudev, my spiritual master, Srimad Bhakti-yoga Narayan Goswami Maharaj. So page, what's the page?
366.
366. I find in my phone, one moment.
You want this?
Yeah, I need to have in the phone. Brajajana. Brajajana. Actually, this is a traditional melody, but Srila Gurudev made it, how to say, modernized it a bit, dedicated to Shri Radha and Krishna. Radhe Brajajana Manasu Kakari Radhe Shama Shama Sham Shri Radhe Brajajana Manasu Kakari Radhe Shama Shama Sham Shri Radhe Brajajana Manasu Kakari Radhe Shama Shama Sham Shri Radhe Brajajana Manasu Kakari Radhe Shama Shama Maramukuta Makara Krita Kundala Gala Vajayanti Mala Maramukuta Makara Krita Kundala Gala Vajayanti Mala Charananupura Rasala Radhe Shama Shama Shri Radhe Charananupura Rasala Radhe Shama Shama Shri Radhe Brajajana Manasu Kakari Radhe Shama 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 Shri Radhe Brajajana Manasu Kakari Radhe Shama Shama Sundara Vadana Kamala Dalalochana Banki Chittavana Hari Sundara Vadana Kamala Dalalochana Banki चितवनहारे मोहन वंशी बिहारी राधे श्याम 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 श्री राधे मोहन वंशी बिहारी राधे श्याम श्याम श्री राधे ब्रज जन मन सुखकारी राधे श्याम 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 श्री राधे ब्रज जन मन सुखकारी राधे श्याम श्याम वृंदावन में धेनु चरावे गोपी जन मनहारे वृंदावन में धेनु चरावे गोपी जन मनहारे श्री गोवर्धन धारी राधे श्याम 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 श्री राधे श्री गोवर्धन धारी राधे श्याम श्याम श्री राधे ब्रज जन मन सुखकारी राधे श्याम 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 श्री राधे ब्रज जन मन सुखकारी राधे श्याम श्याम राधा कृष्ण मिलिया बधाओ गौर रूपया अवतारे राधा कृष्ण मिलिया बधाओ गौर रूपया अवतारे चरणन में बलिहारी राधे कीर्तन धर्म प्रचारी राधे श्याम 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 श्री राधे कीर्तन धर्म प्रचारी राधे श्याम श्याम श्री राधे ब्रज जन मन सुखकारी राधे श्याम 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 श्री राधे ब्रज जन मन सुखकारी राधे श्याम श्याम तुम बिना मेरे और न कोई नाम रूपया बताए तुम बिना मेरे और न कोई नाम रूपया बताए चरणन में बलिहारी राधे श्याम 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 श्री राधे चरणन में बलिहारी राधे श्याम 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 श्री राधे नारायण बलिहारी राधे श्याम 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 श्री राधे नारायण बलिहारी राधे श्याम श्याम श्री राधे ब्रज जन मन सुखकारी राधे श्याम 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 श्री राधे ब्रज जन मन सुखकारी राधे श्याम श्याम राधे 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 श्याम 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 राधे श्याम राधे श्याम 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 राधे 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 Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Sita Hare Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Sita Hari Bo. जय श्री गुरु गौरांग गिरिधारी राधा ललित माधव जी की जय, कृष्ण बलराम महाराज की जय, श्री रूपनुग गोदिया गुरु वर्ग की जय, परमराजितम गुरुपाद पद्म की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल. So now we're starting our formal class. Very happy to see Fatma again. Yes. No explosions, please. Wait. Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Ananda Leelamaya Vigrahaya Mabudiveshva Sundaraya Tasmai Mahaprema Rasa Pradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadatara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Now all together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. First of all, my unlimited Dandavat Pranams means my unlimited obeisances to my Gurudev, means my spiritual master. You made it late. sleeping. First too early, then too late. Yes. Haribol. So, first of all, my limited Dandavat pranams to my spiritual master, the Prishto Mishnupasi Shrimad Bhakti-yoga Narayana Goswami Maharaj, to my instructing spiritual master, Shiksha Guru, Om Vishnupada Stutra Sati Shrimad Bhakti-vedanta Madhusudan Goswami Maharaj, all the chain of disciplic succession from Srila Rupa Goswami, Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Varga, all the devotees and guests, both online and here, physically present in Hastings. Very, very glad to see you. So, again, my name is Bhakti-vedanta Sadhu Maharaj, otherwise Sadhu Maharaj, otherwise Maharaj. And we represent this process of Bhakti-yoga, which is the most sublime, most amazing process, which makes us be in touch with our eternal identity, who we actually are. So when we see what we have in this world, this material body, made of 5 elements, what's that? Ether, air, water, fire, water, and then earth, and then a subtle body, that is mind, intelligence, false ego, with functions thinking, feeling, willing, and the mind, very subtle element, and then intelligence, which is above the mind, false ego, self-identification. I am English, I'm white, I'm black, I'm nice, I'm intelligent, like this. I know many things, or I'm an invalid, like this. People think about themselves. The dog thinks I'm a dog, woof, woof. The cat thinks I'm a cat, meow. So that's my dharma, that's my function, you know, half, whole life, meow, meow, all life. And person's dharma, person's, what's that, occupational activity, blah, 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 all life, speaking something, thinking, willing, speaking, what we think, what we will, we speak. Yes, so yesterday we yeah, that's verse. One is not a philosopher if one doesn't beat another philosopher. My doctrine is better, like this. So somebody must be a champion. So that competitorship always, always, always in this world. So that's basically it. So we live and we undergo basically 5 changes, you know, birth, then growth, then maturity, creating side products like children, for example, and many, many others. And then dwindling and death. That's it. So again, reincarnation. 8,400,000 species of life. So in whatever consciousness we leave our body, in that type of consciousness, we, wake up in the other body, in the next body. If your only friend is your dog, then unfortunately you have to take his body, because you're thinking of the dog, same as a very weak insect, Bringi, you know, is afraid of a wasp. And the Bringi is afraid of the wasp so much. The wasp comes, making some strange sounds, which horrifies Bringi completely. So Bringi thinks about the wasp and becomes wasp. So that's how basically it works in this material world. So I think more or less, I think you're spiritual people more or less, because you have a live interest in the subject matter of yoga and things. So you know that this material life leads to nowhere. This is like facing the wall. And, you know, as your famous group Pink Floyd's building the wall, another brick in the wall, everything, then it explodes. That's the whole thing. That's the whole drama of life. So, about that explosion, by the way, it can be of different kinds. Some people can become disappointed in karma. Karma means material life. They think, oh, this material life really leads nowhere, so I have to make a practical step. So explode the wall, you know, let it be exploded. And then they seek knowledge, either empirical knowledge, who want to know very much, or that is knowledge of the absolute. So they're thinking, they make a question, what is the absolute truth? And they start meditating. They see white light, this white light in their meditation. So this is material world, material sphere, at the lower part of the map of Vedic cosmology. So this tradition is Vedic, according to the Vedas, the ancient most scriptures on earth. And then you can see the spiritual world with many, many abodes, where the Lord has so many transcendental forms. Yes, forms. So he has personal feature, which is most important, and meditating on that personalistic feature is our eternal engagement. But some people, they become jnanis, means they seek knowledge of impersonal absolute. So they meditate on this white light. So Buddhists, Shankarites, Advaita Vedanta school in Vedic system, there's also Advaita provided by Shankaracharya. So they meditate on the impersonal feature, and they want to become one with absolute. Well, we also say that we're one with absolute, but we don't speak about melting. This melting thing is very popular in the modern doctrines. So Advaita already mentioned also Buddhism. Buddhism says that there is no soul as such. There is no God and no soul. Everything is illusion, like this. Everything is emptiness. So they want to enter that shunyata, that emptiness. And the soul cannot be dead, the soul always alive. But that's, how to say, actually brings up dysfunction for the soul, because the soul is alive. And the soul wants to enjoy. But those people who want to stop enjoyment, they're right in the sense that material enjoyment leads nowhere, but they cross out completely the thought of spiritual enjoyment, spiritual pleasure, ananda. Or they call ananda, or spiritual pleasure, the undifferentiated oneness. So we don't accept that doctrine. That's why that explosion of the wall, so to speak, is not efficient. So you explode, and what? There's nothing. You don't build anything new. So you just enter the white light, and there's nothingness. So that's not a positive idea. So we don't subscribe to that idea. We don't accept that idea. So therefore, the process of yoga is there. So our process is Bhakti-yoga, as you must have read in the poster. So yoga means join, same root, in English language also join. In many different other languages. I know some other languages, so I come from Lithuania, so in Lithuanian languages, jungtis means to join also. In Russian languages, единение means being together. And I think Janina is Polish, isn't it?
No, I'm from Latvia.
From Latvia. Ну, все понятно. То есть мы можем немножко по-русски поговорить. So, so in Polish also jedność means oneness. So so to join means to preserve your identity as the spirit soul, and he is also spiritual personality, but he is the highest spiritual personality. The Vedas say in an aphorism, they say Nitya Nityanam Chetanash Chetananam. He is the largest eternal, or most important eternal amongst many eternals. Nitya Nityanam Chetanash Chetananam. And he is the largest cognizant personality amongst many, many cognizant personalities. So we are cognizant, we have consciousness. The Lord has consciousness, but the Lord's consciousness is unlimited. Our consciousness right now is limited by the material energy which is ruling here in the material world. See, it's a bit blackish. now, very soon at 4 o'clock, the sun will set and you will see the black sky. That's the sad color of the material world. So here it's covered by ignorance. So that's why we forget who we are. We're thinking we're bodies, we're our minds. That's who we are. We think if it's a hot day, you know, we want some ice cream. Not so relevant for today, but anyway, want ice cream, or we want like hot coffee or something if it's cold. My soul wants ice cream. No, it's not your soul. It's your sense of, what's it? Taste. Your sense of taste. And therefore your mind, who is the boss of the 5 senses, he's number 6, or knowledge acquiring senses and working senses, 5 plus 5, 10, he's number 11. So he is the boss and he's saying, oh, I want that. So he's giving sanction. Yes, you have to. And then intelligence is saying, no, no, if you take ice cream, you'll get sick. So that is not allowed by intelligence. And so our desires have to be purified, in the process of yoga. So now about the process of yoga. So yoga means to join. By the process of yoga, you join with the Supreme. Join with the Supreme. You become qualitatively one, but quantitatively different. We're very, very small, and we have same qualities as Krishna. We say Krishna is God, but in minute proportion, very minute proportion, like sparks which have emanated. Sparks have the quality of the fire. From each spark, fire can again emanate. That's why we're potent, but we're deprived of spiritual strength, chit bala, spiritual strength we don't have. That's why we are prone to be controlled by illusion. But, well, there are many different types of yoga. Most of the yogas we face today in this world are dedicated to developing mystic powers. You can control your life as, you can rise kundalini, you can become a master of mystic powers, different mystic powers. So yogis can, by controlling their breathing, they can obtain many, many mystic powers or siddhis. They can become larger than the largest, smaller than the smallest. They can become heavier than the heaviest, lighter than the lightest. They can obtain any objects from anywhere. You know, one yogi was manifesting some pomegranates from Afghanistan instantaneously. So those are mystic siddhis, those are mystic perfections. But that is not really a perfection of life. I want to tell you yesterday's story about one yogi. One of our spiritual masters, Srila Bhakti-yoga Thakur, once met one yogi. No, sorry, here he is, Srila Bhakti-yoga Thakur. Once he met one yogi, and the yogi was very proud. He said, oh, I've mastered mystic perfection, and I can walk on water. You know, like Jesus was able to walk on water, but he was doing that in order to give some idea that he's a spiritual personality to common people. But that person was very proud. I can walk on water. Then Srila Bhakti-yoga Thakur laughed. Oh, the price for your mystic perfection is 5 rupees, 5 paisa. It's very, very small, like 5p. You know, it costs 5p. How? I was meditating for 20 years, and you're saying 5p? How dare you? Yes, I can pay 5p to the boatman and just cross the river in a simple way. Why do I have to, you know, invest so much time and energy into walking? You know? So that is very temporary. And then the highest yoga amongst all is Bhakti-yoga. It's called the yoga of devotional service, because ourselves, being small, small particles of Him, we're just turning our faces towards Him. Right now we've turned away from Him. That's why we're suffering, you know, because we've been in this world of illusion, this material world, for considerably long time, long time. How we got here is a separate story, which is very complicated. It's not our subject today. So if you've found yourself in a trap, it doesn't matter how you got there, because of your, wrong choice or your unattentiveness or many reasons. But the thing is how to get out from here. That's the very, very irrelevant problem. So how to get out from here? Bhakti-yoga gives perfect example. You have to dedicate your body, mind, and words to the Supreme Lord. That is called bhakti, means love and devotion. So we have 3 lines here. Kaya, mana, vacha, means by mind, by words, by body, by mind, and by words. Body, mind, words, kaya, mana, vacha. So 3. But how to do that? Very easy, very easy. The Lord is called Krishna. Krishna means all attractive. Many, many names. He has many, many names. There are primary names, secondary names. All of them are very beautiful, but most beautiful are those which show us his amazing beauty and attractiveness. That's why he's called Krishna. So in many, like in Russian, there's a word krasny, means красивый, means very nice, very beautiful. So it means very attractive. Krasny actually red, red square. Krasnaya площадь means red square. So anyway, very attractive means able to attract anyone and everyone. In this world, there's so many attractive people, and people get trapped, so, oh, such a wonderful film star, such a wonderful beauty, Miss Universe, rock star. Politicians are not necessarily too much attractive, but anyway, the speeches are attractive, the promises are attractive, so people become like mesmerized. Oh, I'm going to vote for him, etc. So those are material things. So we have to choose the right object for our meditation. At every moment of time, we're meditating on something. Television is bombarding us with all kinds of advertisements. So we're just captured by that. Then we meditate, and we automatically choose whatever they want to sell. Then we go and buy, even subconsciously, unconsciously. So that is material. But the right object of meditation is the supreme transcendental living entity, who is our eternal well-wisher, present in each and every one's heart. That is the Supreme Lord, and we call him Krishna. Many persons in India give different names: Vishnu, Narayana, Vasudeva, Mukunda, Madhava, Madhusudana, so many others. So Krishna and Rama are most relevant names for this Kali Yuga, this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, which started about 5,000 years ago, 5,200 years ago it started. The age of deterioration, degradation, sin is a norm of life nowadays. So people, they are forgetful about their real identity, unfortunately. Before there were great sages, and they were given so much attention. They were supported by the pious kings, and the spiritual culture was very high. Now spiritual culture is like, okay, it's kind of interesting, but not the most important. Mostly people go into business, they go into making money in all types of ways in order to enjoy, etc., etc. So we're not interested in that. When people ask us, why are you pink? This is the color of rising sun. We say this is actually a saffron color. But I say sometimes we're investors, we're investing. We're investing our energy, our time, our activities of body, mind, and words into this yoga. So we're going to join the Supreme. We're going to develop our spiritual body. So I mentioned in the beginning of the conversation about material body and subtle body. It means material body, actually gross body and subtle body. That's the division. Gross body, 5 material elements, mostly earth, water also. In this planet, there are planets on which residents have bodies made of fire, air, ether, other elements. But here mostly earth, water also, but mostly earth. And then subtle body, our emotions, our desires, thinking, feeling, willing, all those things, false ego, those things. But our actual self is the transcendental soul, spirit soul, called the Jiva Atma. Jiva means living entity. In Russian, also живой, in Latvian also give in lietuviškai gyvas. Yeah? Yes, so Latviski?
Say again. In Russian?
Живой.
Thieves.
Dzīvs. Oh,
Dzīvs,
same,
yeah.
dzīvs. So Jiva means living entity, living soul. And Atma means, atom, very, very small in size. The size of the living entity is 1/10,000th part of a tip of a hair. If you take one tip of a hair, take one hair, take a tip, and divide into 100 pieces, and each piece you divide another 100 pieces, that will be the division of the soul. So that's who we are at the moment. But we have a great, great tendency to develop our spiritual body. Right now, our material body is here, of 2 parts, gross and subtle, we've just heard. But our spiritual body is dormant within the heart, and the tendency for development of this spiritual body is always present with us. So how to do that? Through transcendental sound vibration. That is the water for the seed to sprout. That is the water giving the impetus for the seed of devotion to sprout. So that seed of devotion brings about your spiritual body when the time comes. Right now, it's just like a little spark. Yeah. But by chanting of these holy names, it becomes possible. So now we'll speak a little bit about Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And we sang a little bit at the beginning, we'll sing at the end, and then we'll listen to a very wonderful story of one saint. You'll hear his name a bit later, who dedicated his life for chanting of this mantra and what he has achieved. Very wonderful story. So, Hare is the first name. Krishna and Rama we discussed a little bit, but the first name is Hare. Hare is actually vocative case of Hara. Hara is the female principle. She is the transcendental energy of the Supreme Lord. Transcendental energy. She is called Svarupa Shakti, or the internal energy of the Lord. So you can see here our deities in Vrindavan. This is Krishna. He's playing the flute. That is most attractive form of the Supreme Lord. Next to him is this lady. Who is she? She's called Radha. Radha. Otherwise, she's called Hara. You can see Hara. In vocative case, Radhe or Hare. I live in Vrindavan, and in Vrindavan, nobody says Krishna, Krishna. Everybody say Radhe, Radhe. Everybody says Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. So that is her abode. Everybody loves her so much there, because she is most beloved counterpart of Krishna, and she is the supreme energy of his, always, always serving him in the best way. That is why she is the goddess of devotion, Bhakti Devi. Devi means devotion, goddess. Bhakti means devotion. So this yoga is called Bhakti-yoga. Okay, you understand more or less, huh? Not too complicated. If any questions on the way, you can raise your hand at any moment, please. So then that's why we start Hare Krishna Maha Mantra from her name. She gives us blessings for devotion to Krishna. Yeah? And Hare Krishna, then Krishna comes. Krishna means all attractive Lord, we were saying. Krishna means to attract, that root, akarshana. And Na means, Ananda means pleasure, giving pleasure. So he is attracting everyone and giving pleasure. And then Rama. Rama means all joyous. He is situated in joy, supreme joy, and he's giving joy to everyone. So he's eternally situated in his highest abode in Goloka Vrindavana, the highest point of spiritual world. There are so many incarnations of the Supreme Lord. So many incarnations. And many, many traditions in India worship them, serve them. But the highest scripture in the Vedic pantheon, the highest scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam, proclaims Etacham Shakala Pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indradi Vyakulam Lokam Ridayanti Yuge Yuge. Amongst all those incarnations, the most important is Krishna. He is the source of all other incarnations. Etacham Shakala Pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So, since time immemorial, all incarnations, they come to this earth. Our earth is here. Amongst 14 planetary systems, our earth is situated on the 8th, just in the middle. So we're in the middle part. Above us, there are very, very advanced planets in this material world, but still, these are abodes of birth and death, old age and disease, to smaller or to larger degree. But in spiritual world, no birth, no death, no old age, no disease, an eternal existence with the Supreme Lord there. So in each and every heart, there's a tendency where to go. From here to spiritual world. Somebody should go there to the planets where Lord Narayana, the four-handed Narayana, is situated. Somebody goes to the planet of Rama. That's same Krishna, but he's like pious king, very, very righteous and heroic king. So those are not human, but human-like forms, and they are totally transcendental. That is the Vedic wisdom. So in each and every heart, there's a tendency to go there. And the highest planet, Goloka Vrindavana, the planet where Krishna is there. So there, Krishna is known as the transcendental Cupid, attracting each and every one. He is pressing his transcendental flute to his lips, beautiful lips, and plays that melody. So when Krishna plays the flute, then all the living entities all over the universe, all over the three worlds, in this material world also, all over the spiritual material world, become attracted and mesmerized. The melody of Krishna's flute, that is the highest reality. So when we sing this mantra, we have to know it's not different from Krishna's flute. In this mantra, there is all reality of spiritual world. Krishna, his associates, Radha, his counterpart, everything is there. So when we sing, we'll sing again at the end. We have to meditate, oh, Supreme Personality of Godhead, or Supreme, all attractive spiritual energy, please engage me in the service to you. Okay, so we can sing again for 3-4 minutes, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Asim Prabhu, we'll sing a little bit, please take me down. So with this new understanding, you can try to sing again, and don't have any material thoughts in your mind. Then it will bring you highest bliss, so we'll try to sing again. So first the leader sings, then the choir sings. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Together. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Everybody sing. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bola Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo. So, 537 years ago, 38 years ago, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is same Krishna, but he was performing the role of a devotee. Here he is. The third figure, this is Krishna, this is Radha, and this is Sri Chaitanya. Amazing personality. So he was born like performing the role of an ordinary human being. He was born in 1486 and stayed on this planet for 48 years. 24 years he stayed like a householder with wonderful long curly hair. And he was not first situated as a devotee. He was a great knowledgeable scholar, knower of logic. He was hiding himself. But then when he returned from Gaya, when he went for the funeral ceremony of his father, he saw the imprints of Lord Vishnu's feet, and he became very, very attracted, and he became ecstatic. He started crying, "Ah, Krishna, ah, Krishna." So his mission was revealed. You know, he's that same Krishna who has come to give everyone the holy name. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started his movement of chanting of the holy name, of Sankirtana. So then all over Bengal, where he was staying in Bengal, especially in Mayapur, Navadvip, the place where he was born, was inundated with the chanting of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So everybody was just inundated in that prema, divine love. Everyone. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started that movement. And he was touching, embracing the residents of nearby villages. And that was like electricity. They were going to the, mates in those villages they were staying, and they're embracing them in ecstasy, and that was, they became ecstatic, like electricity as was distributing. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was walking through the Jharkhand forest, now they made a separate state in India, Jharkhand. So that is the forest where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was walking. Actually, in India, not so many forests, but that area is really very much covered with forests. So there were many wild animals there, and they were coming to see Mahaprabhu, and they were with raised hands, with a pause, yes? They were Hare Krishna, tigers, lions, elephants, and they were embracing smaller animals who were before eating, killing and eating, like rabbits, etc. They were embracing also, they were crying and crying, the animals, what to speak of. All types of living entities. So many uncivilized people, so many atheists, representatives of other religions like Muslims, etc. They've taken the chanting of the holy name massively, 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 massively. And later he took sannyas. He shaved his curly, wonderful hair. Sannyas means renounced order, like we're shaven, And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri at the ocean, and he spent the rest of his years there. I forgot to tell, he traveled South India 6 years, but then he returned in Jagannath Puri and was immersed in great, great feeling of separation from Krishna, in the mood of devotee, in the mood of Srimati Radhika. Actually, he was in the mood of Radhika. That was Krishna who wanted to know Srimati Radhika's love, the depth of her love, what she feels in her love, like this. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was giving the holy name to all, and he was not alone, certainly. There were so many followers, so many great devotees following him, and one of them was Haridas Thakur. His name was Haridas Thakur. He was born, they say, as the son of a Brahmana, but he was raised by Muslims. So Orthodox Hindus were not recognizing him as the saint. Like, they were thinking, oh, he's Yavan. He's like, the caste system is sometimes very materialistic and very unpleasant. But anyway, they were considering him untouchable, etc. But he was always, always immersed in chanting of the holy name. He was chanting 300,000 holy names during 24 hours. It was practically around the clock. He was not sleeping even, because he had no time and no interest also. Even if he was drowsing, he was meditating on Shishi, Radha and Krishna. So he was chanting always Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So when he was young, he left his home and he was traveling, and once he came to Binapur jungle, and he was quite young at the time, very beautiful, and he was actually 35 years older than Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it says. So when Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya was born, Haridas was already like 35. So when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born, he was dancing, Gauranga, Gauranga, my golden Lord, he has appeared, he has appeared. So then he was staying in a hut, like simple hut. And one tulsi plant was there, in the house of religious, in houses of religious Hindus, there are this tulsi. Helen must have seen in India, tulsi everywhere. So actually, she's not a plant, she's a goddess. Her name is actually Vrinda. So she is situated eternally in spiritual world, and one who circumambulates tulsi gets devotion, undoubtedly, and gets freedom from disease, freedom of all types of inauspicious things in life. So Hindus, they hold the tulasis just in the front of the terrace houses, even in winter. And that's such weather. The tulasis are growing and very, very happy because their owners are religious people. So he was worshipping Tulasi, Haridas, Thakur Haridas. He was sitting in his hut, and his popularity was rising. Many, many people were coming to him, but the ruler was quite atheistic. His name was Ramachandra Khan. He was a large landowner, so he became jealous of Haridas Thakur's increasing reputation, and he decided to ruin his reputation by sending some prostitutes to seduce him. So he collected those girls, very young and beautiful, attractive, and he said, hey, I'll give you a very, very special amount of money if you seduce that Haridas, So most of them became afraid and ran away because they were still, from religious backgrounds, so they knew what does it mean to try to blaspheme a saint. So they were afraid and feeling very uncomfortable. So they left. But one of them, especially nice and beautiful, 16-year-old, I think she was, named Lakshahira. So she stayed, and she said, oh, no, don't worry, Nawab, don't worry, ruler. I will seduce him. I promise you, very, very soon, he will be chanting not the names of Krishna, but Lakshahira's names. My names he will be chanting. So she was actually incarnation of Maya Devi, illusion. So illusion was acting through her. Illusion comes to this world in the garb of a very attractive lady. So for a saint, this is like a fire, has to escape. So then, in the evening, she decorated herself very beautifully, put on her best bangles and best golden ornaments and everything, and came to the hut of Haridas, and she started showing up, some attractive postures, and said, oh, Haridas, you're a very handsome man, Thakur. You're in the full bloom of your youth. What woman would be able to resist you? I've come here because I'm filled with desire for you. If I don't get your touch, I will kill myself. That's, terror. The weapon ladies use, tears and threats, like, I'll kill myself if you don't pay attention. So she said, and he said, okay, very good. I promise I will fulfill your desire. You sit down. You sit down. Please sit down. And listen to the holy name. So Lakshahira said, okay, I have to chant, I have to finish my prescribed number of rounds. One round is 108. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, 108. Yeah? So that is one round. So Haridas Thakur was chanting, and she was hearing. There are 3 methods of chanting. Actually, this class was meant for Jesse and Yasmina, but unfortunately, maybe you can hear us online, so this class is for you, friends. Okay, so because they started chanting yesterday, they got the beads, and they're very happy. So if some of you later want to try and do on beads, then we can give you beads if you want. So sit down and listen. So she was sitting down and listening, and since she was sort of religious, like from religious background, so she was saying, Krishna. But one detail, when she came to see Haridas, she did what? You remember, first thing she did? She paid obeisances to Tulasi. First thing. She paid obeisances to Tulasi. And when you circumambulate Tulasi, there's one verse we were chanting in ISKCON all the time. Yani kanicha papani brahma hatidi kanicha pranashanti pradakshana pade pade. Pade pade, with every step, huge amount of sins is eradicated, starting from killing a brahmana. And a brahmana is like priest, a high order of society. A great, great sin. All types of sins. Killing your father, mother, terrible things. Stealing, this, that, seducing the wife of your guru, terrible sins. All eradicated. All eradicated. So she paid obeisances to Tulsi. Please notice that point. And then she said, and she started hearing. Okay, so at the break of dawn, she became sort of bored, and she came back to Nawab, to Ramachandra Khan, to the ruler, and said, "Oh, Nawab, you know, unfortunately, I didn't succeed today, but tomorrow, I promise you, he will be chanting my names, not Krishna's names." So again, she came, and Haridas said, "Oh, I'm so regretful, actually. I didn't satisfy your desire today, but I promise I'll satisfy it tomorrow. But I have taken a vow to chant a very large amount of holy names, actually. So I have to chant all night. But at the end of night, I promise I'll satisfy your desire. Please sit down and listen." Again, she was sitting and listening. And again, sometimes she was like, Krishna, Krishna, like this. Sometimes. Again, she was paying obeisance to Tulsi before she said. And then again it failed. And then again she came the next evening, the third evening. And again Haridas said, "Sorry, I cannot fulfill your desire. Please sit and listen." And she was listening and listening, sometimes saying, "Ha Krishna, Ha Krishna." And then great change of heart happened in her heart, happened to her. She broke into tears and she said, "Oh Haridas, actually I was sent by the evil Ramachandra Khan. He told me to seduce you, and for a large amount of money I agreed. I'm a great sinner. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me." Haridas Thakur was jubilating. He said, "Okay, now go home and give up all of your possessions obtained by sinful means. Give up all of your luxurious clothes, your ornaments, your perfumes, your everything, and come back in only one white sari." White sari, you know, the widows in India, or renounced women, they wear white sari. So just keep one piece of cloth and come. It is long sari. So she came, and he said, "Chant the holy name. Repeat after me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare." So Lakshahira gave all of her riches to brahmanas, to very exalted personalities, and came in a single cloth, and then she started to chant. Lakhs means 3 lakhs means 300,000 holy names a day, a night. Then she became disciple of Shri Haridas Thakur. She became pure Vaishnavi, pure devotee. Amazed. Oh, such a dramatic change happened. Such dramatic change happened. We're so impressed. She was such a sinful lady, prostitute, and she became a great saint. So Lakshahira became the great devotee. So that is one story. But that Ramachandra Khan, you know, who told her to seduce Haridas, you know what happened to him? He was punished very, very severely. So once, Nityananda Prabhu, the great associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, welcome. So the great associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda, was going by. He was going by, and with his associates. And actually, Nityananda knew within his heart what had happened by the guilt of Ramachandra, and he wanted to punish Ramachandra Khan. So he came to his house, actually. And after he offended Haridas Thakur, that Ramachandra Khan became complete demon. And when Nityananda and his associates came to his house, he was saying, "Oh, sorry, I have no place for you in the house. So you stay in the barn, you know. You stay in a milkman's cowshed. Yeah. So then Nityananda became very, very displeased. And he said, no, this is not a place for me. This is a place for cow-killing meat-eaters. And he left with his associates. So later, Muslims came because he was actually escaping from paying taxes. And they arrested him. And they took away all of his possessions. And they killed a cow and cooked cow's meat in that place where Nityananda Prabhu was offered to spend the night. So that was the end of that great offender. So that was the end of Ramachandra Khan. So then later, the very famous story happened. Haridas Thakur, we'll now hear that. Haridas was residing in a place where the ruler was Muslim, the king was Muslim, but the local ruler, Qazi, was especially evil. So Haridas Thakur was chanting the holy names, and he was very, very popular. So that popularity was disturbing the local ruler, Qazi. So he complained to the king. The king came, and where is that culprit? Show him to me. Okay, this is Haridas. Bring him to me. So first they put him in a jail. But before they were talking to him, they said, oh, you're chanting the names of Hindu God? Why? You're chanting you were raised as a Muslim and now you're chanting the name of Hindu God. He said, oh, this is the same God for you and for Muslims, for anyone. You know? Any Hindu can become Muslim, any Muslim can take any religion, no harm, no problem. But for me, I will never stop chanting. Khande khande khai deva, yadi pran, kaboyame vadanena chali harinam, Srila Haridas Thakur said. Now, let my body be cut into millions of pieces. Let my life leave me, but I will never leave the chanting of the holy name. So those devotees who chant, they cannot stop, because that's like a death for the soul. So Haridas knew that, and he refused to stop chanting. So I will never I'll never stop chanting the holy name. Chari Harinam, never stop chanting the holy name. So then Qazi said, the ruler asked what to do with him. Oh, put him in jail, put him in jail. So they put Haridas in jail, and in jail there were so many Hindus arrested by Muslims. Some of them were not guilty at all. And then later, when Haridas came, he saw them. Oh, they paid obeisances to him. Oh, great saint came to us. Haridas, the famous Haridas, they became very happy. And he told them, oh, stay as you are. But they misunderstood. They were thinking Haridas told them to stay in jail forever. So stay as you are. And say, no, that was not my intention. Stay as you are, jubilating when you see a pure devotee of the Lord. So Haridas was telling them that, oh, I want you to always chant Hare Krishna and always be happy when you see a devotee like this. So then later, Qazi again took Haridas for the conversation with the ruler, and the ruler said, so what do you think we should do with him? And Qazi, the wicked Qazi, said, you should punish him. Please punish him. So, okay, tell me what punishment he should be given. Yeah? So then they approached Haridas. Oh, you just perform kalam. Kalam is like what's it called? Repentance. Kalam. So you just say some sutra from Quran, etc., and your sins by being Hindu will be eradicated. But chanting the names of Krishna is not at all any sin, so you don't have to perform any kalam or anything. So that's why Haridas refused. So then Qazi was maintaining the idea, then, okay, then punish him. But how to punish? Drive him through 22 marketplaces. In one marketplace, there are many men standing with sticks. And when one criminal is driven through a marketplace, they beat him. So finally he's finished. After one marketplace, he's finished, maximum 2. But drive him through 22 marketplaces. 22 marketplaces. So Haridas was beaten in 22 marketplaces, but he was not dying. He was not leaving his body. The sticks of his torturers were breaking, but he was not dying. His body was practically devoid of any flesh, already only bones and blood, and that's it. That it was. But he was not leaving his body. It's Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He was being beaten severely, but it's Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. I remember those first Hare Krishna devotees in Soviet Union who were put in jail. There was a book, Salted Bread. Have you read? Salted Bread. They were making beads since they were taken away, the beads, by the police at the time. They were making beads out of bread and salt. Bread and salt. So Salted Bread is the name of the book. And they were chanting, and they were preaching to other prisoners. And one of them left his body in the prison. Yeah, he could see that he's leaving his body, and he decorated himself with garland made from old magazines. Garland, he made a tilak, this sign, out with toothpaste. There was nothing around, and he sat in lotus posture. And his cellmate left for 20 minutes for some engagement, and he came back. He tried to talk to that devotee. It was Armenian devotee. His name was Sachi Sutta. So, and he left. Like this. But imagine the destination. 5 minutes to, going back to Godhead, practically. Great saint. So so Haridas Thakur, nobody could kill him. So his torturers were praying, were trying to convince him, "Oh, Haridas, please die, please die, please die. Otherwise, they will beat us to death. We couldn't kill you, so they will kill us for that." A brutal story. Anyway, it's a true story. So. "Oh, you want me to die? I'm an impediment for you. Okay, I will die." And he went unconscious, in deep trance. Kazi is saying what to do. He was living according to Muslim rules, so his body cannot be buried. Throw his body into Ganga. So they threw his transcendental body into Ganga, and the Ganga Devi was so happy to be able to touch Haridas Thakur's holy body, and he was flowing on the water in complete ecstasy like this. And then Ganga Devi took him to the bank, and as if nothing happened, he stood up and went on. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And then the ruler saw him and Kazi. They saw him. I forgot to tell. The Kazi said that, "Oh, let's see what kind of saint are you. If you survive the beating, then I recognize that you're a saint." He said. And Haridas Thakur, as if nothing happened, is walking and chanting again. So then the ruler and the Kazi just worshipped his lotus feet. "Oh, Haridas, please forgive us. We know that you're a great saint. Now we give you freedom. Please go and chant wherever you like. You're free to move freely and chant the holy name," like this. It's a bit cruel story, but very, very happy at the end. So we remember Shri Haridas Thakur, "Kande kande hai deva hai dipran, abhyadi vadamena chari harinam." I will never, never give up the holy name, even if my body is cut in many, many pieces, and the life air leaves me. So that is the transcendental story of Shri Haridas Thakur. So we're happy to see our new friends. And now probably back to practice, because we started with chanting, and soon we'll chant again. At this point, if there are any questions, most welcome to ask. We'll try our best to answer. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Namacharya Shila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Bol. So we have 1 hour left. We can dedicate this hour to discussions and vegetarian feast, which is awaiting. If you have any questions at this point, most welcome. Your good name, sir? Chris. Very pleased to meet you. My name is Sadhu Maharaj, otherwise Bhaktivedanta Sadhu Maharaj. So this transcendental sound vibration, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, have you heard before? You have. Okay. So I propose that we can chant the holy name again together. It's a wonderful process of Bhakti-yoga, very easy to perform. But there's one secret. We were talking about that yesterday. This mantra has to be obtained by initiation through the medium of bona fide spiritual master. Depends who your teacher is, who spiritual master is. If that is a devotee of very high caliber, that is the perfect system, perfect process. So we're very happy in life because good fortune came to us in the form of pure guru, true spiritual master, who is a realized soul, who is always on spiritual platform, who is always participating in transcendental pastimes of Shri Radha and Krishna in spiritual world. So that true spiritual master is the meeting, that true spiritual master is a key for success. So if you maintain contact with us in this group, we have contact with very, very high-level spiritual masters. In this modern Hare Krishna world, there are so many types of associations, so many types of devotees. That's okay. But we know by practical experience, like I'm in this line for, let's say, 35 years. No? So there are many different types of association you can get. Through us, you can get very, very special association. Tomorrow I'm moving on. This UK tour is continuing. You can watch our broadcasts online. We'll give you our cards with the information. But the group here continues to exist. I mean, they will be serving you. Asim Prabhu is conducting Bhagavad Gita classes in this very property, in this very hall. So yeah, WhatsApp group also you can be included. So this process is very blissful. And now Hare, Krishna and Rama, these three names were already explained, but for Chris separately maybe another time. So Hare means Hara. Hara means Srimati Radhika, Krishna's internal energy. Here she is. And he's in the center. He's the Supreme Lord playing flute. So he's called Krishna, means all attractive. And giving Ananda, Na means Ananda, means bliss. So he's attracting everyone, and he's giving bliss to everyone. And Rama means all joyous. He's all joyous and he's giving joy to everyone. So in this age of Kali, the incarnation of Krishna is the holy name. The holy name. The holy name is non different from the possessor of the name. Binnatvat nama namino. There is no difference between the name and the possessor of the name, but the name is even more merciful than the possessor, because the possessor is transcendental and he's very busy playing the flute. So he doesn't even know that some material world exists. He forgets everything like this. His managers, Mahavishnu, see Mahavishnu, from his pores material universes arise, and Garbhoda Kashaya Vishnu, another manager, from him Brahma is born on the lotus. That is how it goes, in the universes, as far as creation is concerned. But the name is all-pervading, is meant for everyone. Even a child can chant, everyone can chant. So the holy name is very merciful, therefore. And in this Kali Yuga, the age of quarrel and hypocrisy, which started 5,000 years ago, there is no other way than chanting of the holy name. Harir Nama Eva Kevalam. Kalo Nastyeva Gatiranyatha. There's one verse in the Vedas, in this age of Kali, yeah, there is no other way, Nastyeva, no other way than chanting of the holy name, Harir Nama, 3 times repeated. No other ways of perfection, chanting of the holy name. So other means of perfection were meant for previous ages: Golden Age, meditation; Silver Age, fire sacrifice; Copper Age, worshipping of the deities. Well, we have still deity worship, but it's not as prominent as chanting of the holy name. Chanting of the holy name doesn't require any qualification. In order to worship the deities, you need to receive initiation or be a brahmana like this. But to chant the holy name, anyone can do. A hippie can do. So Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj came to New York, 1965, and he started that movement from the hippies. So all hippies became happies. That's how it was. George Harrison and all of them. So no qualification needed. That's what I wanted to stress. And it brings natural happiness for the soul. That constitutes the eternal function of the soul, means loving devotional service. So when you sing, when you chant, you perform nothing but devotional service. This is service for the possessor of the name, the Lord. So please chant always and be happy. If you want, we can help you with the beads. Then you can chant in a regulated way, counting rounds. The books later you can see. So now our final chanting session for 5 or 7 minutes. If you're ready, most welcome. So first the leader sings, then the choir sings. Pick up the instruments. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Thank you very much. If anyone has any questions, most welcome. Otherwise, some personal or intimate things we can discuss when the cameras are off at Prasad, at our vegetarian little feast we prepared for you. So tonight, this last program here in Hastings for more like esoteric subjects, a little bit more esoteric, and we're moving to London, and there will be some programs there, then Watford, then Wales, and then East and West Sussex. Yes. 2 last days, till 5th of December, our tour. So most welcome to participate online. And if you wish still any questions, most welcome. Hare Krishna, Gaur Premanande. Right. So